So I'm back. We're going to see how this works out. We're going to see if you guys can hear me. Because there's no reason why my video should have had no sound. But, okay. We're back. And as you come into the live chat, be sure to hit the like button. I'll start all the formalities over again since we could not hear the voice of me or the ancestors in my last live. Elevations and welcome back to everyone who is returning watcher, viewer, and subscriber. And if you are new here for the first time, welcome. I am Shay, the dual alchemist, a dual-natured being who embraces and embodies both light and dark. Does not make me wicked or evil. My light and dark work for each other. They do not work against each other. As when we were in our lower karmic selves and lower natures. So sometimes my messages may be very unconventional. Sometimes they may call for me to tap into my light side, my light nature, and sometimes they may require for me to tap into my dark side. Y'all, excuse me, I have gauze in my mouth. That don't change the fact that I'm going to give out the messages. So I just woke up, and this is how I be. I'm typically a late night owl, or I'll go to sleep really early during the day, and I get up kind of late at night, okay? So usually when I get up like this, I always have a download, and I definitely have a download here. As you come into the live chat, be sure to hit that like button. Always come in here with respect. That is the least that I ask of you. If you plan on sticking around, aside from double tapping that screen and hitting the like button, respect for yourself, respect for others in the chat that are open to receive the messages, even if you don't agree with the messages, and respect for me as a person who uses her energy to be of service to the collective. My channel is very unconventional. My messages are sometimes very uncomfortable, okay? I am a conduit, a channeler, and a medium. I can channel any energy. I can invoke any energy. I can tap into any frequency. Whichever one is necessary. It could be all of them. It could be a combination of them all. But whichever one is necessary, that is what I invoke. When I sit here, my mind is blank. The messages that come out of my mouth are strictly from a higher source of power of a divine kind. They are never meant to hurt, harm, cause confusion, or cause people any pain or trauma. I am a very truthful person, with that being said, and a very blunt person. We do not live in a world, in my nature, I would only expect nothing but that from a person who is delivering a message to me. We are living in a world where we simply can no longer accept comfortabilities here. We can no longer accept beating around the bush or candy coating. We need to know the truth, okay? A lot of the times I learn from my messages that I give out as being a person that channels and that is spoken through. I allow my vessels to be open only to higher divine beings of forces and power and sources that are of the divine kind, that are of the healing kind. I am not a dark witch. I do not do witchcraft or spells, okay? But I am a person who is very knowledgeable, at least somewhat, in occult knowledge and magic, mysticism, and all variations of such. In order to give out the best messages, and in order to give out the best information, and in order for us to know how we protect ourselves, I study these things for the purposes of knowing how they correlate, finding out how they correlate with each other, with one another, know where the misconception falls at and the miscommunication falls at, and then I know what to do to protect myself. I know how to identify a weapon or a tool or an energy used against me, and that allows me to give out the best messages as possible, even to people that may know more than me in some areas. I'm open to constructive criticism. I am not open to disrespect. Please be respectful. Again, when you come over here on this channel, hit that like button, okay? So, with that being said, I've already called upon the ancestors during the last live, the ancestors of my highest good, for protection. Excuse me. Confirmation. You know, I just really wish we didn't have to burp, but what else? So, what was I about to say? My formalities are already in place. Protection over the live, protection over the energies for the collective reading, protection over my mind, body, soul, and spirit as well. From any and all intrusive thoughts, intrusive energies, forceful energies, manipulative energies, trickster spirits, any type of jinn of malicious intent or low vibrational intent, any type of energy cloaking, any type of energy manipulation, any type of black magic, hexes, curses, spells, witchcraft, voodoo, evil eye, occult magic, necromancy, santeria, santa muerte, gree, and all variations of such, both named and unnamed, remembered and yet to be remembered, identified and yet to be identified. But I do have energy. I do have a spirit team that identifies them to me as I go, okay? Somebody is in a sea of tears right now. Attempting offer has had a high price, okay? Somebody was completely committed to whatever this is that had a high price. The fact that things have a high, people are so committed to a specific thing, because again, it's a tempting offer at a high price. We know the outcome is not good, or at least it was supposed to not be good for you, collective. It's not good for this person. But when we see these type of energies, we know that people have dedicated their whole lives, sometimes their whole existences, to taking this tempting offer, and everything that they have is banking on these high price offers here. Okay, somebody could have took an offer, somebody could have given out a offer. It doesn't matter. Somebody is Alice in a sea of tears at this time, because you rediscovered your individuality and became the dragon. So Ashe to those of my highest good of the dragon path and dragon lineage. Ashe of the divine and supreme kind of the divine and galactic council members of my highest good. With the power and authority invested in me, I also will reinstate and reestablish and redeclare that this energetic space and my mind, body, soul, and spirit, as well as my own energy and all that surrounds me and energies of this reading, I hereby declare dominion over the energies, not your energies, collective. I'm talking about the energies that are the fields that are opening up, the gates, the portals, the realms, the depths, okay? And any energies that come out of there, I declare dominion over them, including spirits and strongholds, hovering and monitoring spirits, with which I declare to go blind and deaf. It's like, geez, I can't wait for this gauze to come out, bro. Nonetheless, it doesn't stop the fact that I'm giving out the messages, okay? Be respectful in my chat. Only time I'm going to tell you. Collective. I like to let people know this periodically. When your eyes are the windows to the souls, to your soul, okay? When you tap into this reading, any other reading, you go to any type of energy, work, anything like that, what you are doing is acquiescence. You are agreeing to the energies that are embraced and embodied in these fields by watching, okay? Make sure you protect your own energy as well. And I make sure that I put prayers of protection around the energetic field all over this chat, all over the messages. But it is still your job to make sure that as you watch this reading or any other reading, that you say you do not consent, okay? You make sure you declare power and authority over your own energy as well, because we do not know what will come out in these energies, okay? And as a person that embodies and embraces both light and dark, sometimes the energies, the readings, the dominant energies in the space or in the energetic field are not always the most high vibrational or best energies, like this one, okay? Somebody this is like grief, sorrow. Somebody may be going through the 7 deadly sins here, but they were told that tempting offer had a high price and that you would always find calm amidst the chaos. That is your nature. This could be a lover of yours or a person who somebody has a dark desire here trying to make the past return for a time here. This could be a love estranged love. Love is strange. Coming from a past person. This could be a past life lover as well. But somebody was told that that a tempting offer had a high price. Somebody could have been in trying to invoke is another thing. Somebody could have been trying to invoke a passed over loved one to use them against you. Lewis, what is it? Lewis, 4017, you all right? Lewis, 4017, you okay in the chat? I just want to make sure that I don't misconstrue your messages. I'm trying to figure out what you got going on. You all right? You okay? I'm gonna give you a little chance, Lewis, and stuff, and see if you alright, bro. I just want to make sure. You okay? Okay. Yeah, if somebody went to do some type of like graveyard, this is something else that somebody did. Somebody could have went like on water somewhere and tried to use a water spirit, the power of a water spirit, to invoke a water sign. It don't have to be a water sign relative, but this is a relative that was passed over. This could be a relative that, let's say that you are a person that believes in spirituality, in spirits, in seeing, you see spirits, you see into the realms, you like, I would resonate with you on that. But let's say that you are a person who believes in spirits, you believe in crossing over, you believe in transitioning, you believe in invoking spirits, you believe in all that stuff, right? Let's say that you have a passed over loved one that you love a lot. That's interesting. That you love a lot. Somebody was going to, because whoever these people are, they can't penetrate your shield. Your shield is impenetrable at this time, especially to this person or to these people. They can't get through. And this could be physical, and this could be mental. It could be spiritual as well. Okay? Somebody could have tried to thinking that they can penetrate your shield by trying to try to conjure up a passed over loved one, but use their spirit or their essence as somebody that you love a lot to penetrate your shield. But they try to attach a water spirit to it to make it do dark shit to you, like penetrate your shield to lie. I forgot to ring that. All enforcements and all formalities of the above aforementioned are still in place at this time. Ashe? Ashe. Somebody could have tried to conjure up this passed over loved one here, because if you are a person that would be warmed up, almost to like warm you up to accepting this passed over loved one, because again, this could be somebody you love very much, they loved you very much. But this would not be them. It would be a water spirit, and they meant for this water spirit. It could even be possibly a jinn. But the thing was for it to attach itself to this, the essence, the energy of your passed over loved one as a cloak, as a cloaking mechanism to allow you to warm up and open up and be susceptible to allowing this loved one to communicate with you. Even the communication would be an invitation of acquiescence. This is why I tell you about law of acquiescence or contracts of acquiescence here. It's something going on like that. But a tempting offer has a high price. If that's the case, somebody shouldn't have did that shit. Somebody could have even told this person, do not do it. Yeah, an elder will teach you. This could be an elder, a passed over elder here that could have taught you something, or that usually comes to you in your dream state, in the spiritual realm, in any form, and they teach you things and they give you messages and insight from the other side. Somebody could have went and tried to invoke this passed over loved one of yours, and then attach a water spirit to it, or a trickster spirit. Child, a tempting offer has a high price though. These people are in a sea of tears, or this person is in a sea of tears. It says, cast away out of your debt and feeling abandoned. Somebody went to the middle of an ocean or a body of water. This could be a lake, a pond. You just take it as it resonates here. This could be a fishing reservoir as well, because that's just as powerful as going to an ocean. I mean, it's not as powerful, but it serves its purpose, if this is what these people were intending. Okay? Hedgehog love, positive, uplifting new friends. But see, somebody maybe didn't account that if you have grown in your spiritual nature, your spiritual self, your body, your soul, if you have grown, ascended, evolved, any of those things, not only do you unlock new gifts and new ranking, but we also unlock new friends of different realms. We get to a higher realm. There are new energies there that have been waiting to open up to us, work with us, embrace us, but we got to do the work to get there. So it's really levels to these things here. You don't just, some people are born with the access to the ranking, the spiritual gifts, the realms, the seeing of spirits, many spirits that work on their behalf, both light and dark, to protect them, to do a certain divine mission or to complete a purpose here, okay? So some are born with it and some acquire it. Some of us are coming to find out that we're born with it, and then there's a family member or a close relative or somebody who's a stranger we don't even know, a group, an organization, a cult, a coven. They know we're born with these rankings, these gifts, these friends and spiritual compadres is what I'm hearing in different realms. And then they do stuff to us to bind us, Salah, when we are babies and stuff, when we are younger. And then as we get older and we come into this awakening, we have to work our way back up, fighting through these roots, through these bindings, through these, curses and hexes and stuff that they do. Okay? But somebody was completely committed. I'm telling you, a tempting offer has a high price. This person's complete commitment here. What was this person completely committed to? Voodoo. Voodoo on you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I know the energy I be feeling. Voodoo. They were committed to voodoo. And now it's time for them to be brave. You will not let fear stop you this time, because you have positive, new, uplifting friends. And if you have evolved past a certain... See, fear is only at a certain range or at a certain vibrational frequency. When you get above a certain frequency, when you evolve or you make it past a certain level, fear does not exist there. It cannot. It cannot in certain levels or certain realms. It cannot. Poe, time for a change to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. An elder will teach you. That's the second time it came out. An elder will teach you. An elder is teaching someone else about doing voodoo on you, because this person was told that their complete commitment to doing this to you was a tempting offer, and there will be a high price to pay. Somebody already knew, or this is giving me the energy like somebody was told it was not going to work. In the end, you will always come out triumphant. Somebody was told this, but somebody was completely committed. Again, this person made it their life purpose here to do voodoo on you. Oh, okay. Child. Holding on way too tight to your energy, whoever this is. And you needed some space in a relationship. Challenges, use your imagination. What's that? The golden phoenix, something you thought finished, burst back into your life. A challenge burst back into this person's life. Had challenges, they had stuff that was going on, that was happening. Also, I forgot to give the download before I started. Don't worry, y'all. Your girl never forgets. I kind of may bounce around and stuff until I get a full traction of middle ground or centeredness. Nonetheless, I don't miss a beat. Trust me. So somebody could have been suffering challenges, some type of struggle, some type of upheaval, some type of something going on in their life when they decided to completely commit themselves to doing voodoo on you. But they were told that eventually that it would come to an end, or eventually it will be your turn to be at the top of the wheel, to rise here. Somebody was also using some voodoo that an elder taught them here. But like I say about constant change and constantly working on ourselves, it doesn't matter how old a magic is or an elder teaching somebody. Some people are just spiritually protected, spiritually high ranked, spiritual beings here, cosmic beings, star seeds. They are just, there will always come a point in time where what once worked for a person will no longer work for them. You know? It doesn't matter if an elder taught this person everything that they know. This is kind of strange because this elder, this is kind of strange. There's also this energy of freaking A. I had those silicone tapes on, so forgive me, y'all. I did just wake up. So from a healing session. The same elder that could be watching over you and protecting you, that could be a passed over loved one, is the same elder that taught this person this voodoo. But it's also a possibility that the magic, the power of whatever this elder taught this person, it could be the elder teaching you, okay? Teaching a person a lesson through you as well. It's kind of strange here. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Whoever this elder is, they loved you, you loved them, or at least they showed you this. This was a person who possibly had a very dark background that you did not know of. Somebody close to you and this elder could have taught this person that has been attacking you, doing voodoo on you. This elder could have taught this person a lot of voodoo. They didn't teach them to necessarily do it on you, but they taught them voodoo nonetheless. And they taught them everything that they know. However, whatever this person has been using, they've been using it against you. This passed over loved one does not like that, okay? And this passed over lover, it could be a lover for some of you. This passed over loved one, they have been, hey TT, elevations, blessings, grand and rich risings, grand and rich divine risings to everyone aside from the elevations. So this elder, they didn't expect for this person to be using the voodoo on you. This elder could have tried to tell you when they were alive or a passed over loved one. They could have tried to tell you, but it was like maybe they couldn't find the words. Maybe they tried to tell you, but by energetic means here, that this particular person was the one doing voodoo on you, okay? It's something about this person finding out, and they could have even did voodoo to make this elder or to make this loved one pass away. Because they didn't want this person to tell you that they were the ones doing all this voodoo on you in your life. With that being said, since this loved one passed over, elder, it could be a younger, it could be, you know what I mean? It could be any of those things. This loved one passed away, whatever the voodoo that they know, all the information, all the everything, they've been working on your behalf on the other side because they now they see the ramifications of teaching a person who is not mentally. See, people need to know mental capacity before ever doing spell work. If you ask me if I were to ever do it, I would have to be in a certain level of mental capacity in order to even do this stuff. Because if y'all know anything about black magic and dark magic, typically the high prices, people typically lose their minds. They showed us this on Charmed. If you're a Charmed fan or which is of East End, I believe East End or Eastwick, it's one of the two. But a lot of the times when those people did dark magic, the price was them giving up a piece of their sanity. Eventually, they would lose their minds, okay? Those are the costs and consequences of all this dark and black and wicked and demonic and low vibrational entity infested and riddled magic that these people that they usually do. With that being said, that could be the tempting offer that has a high price. Nonetheless, this passed over loved one, they have been seeing everything. Even when they were alive, what they didn't see this person doing, now that they're in the transition phase or realm. And mind you, that works very different. I did see Quetzalcoatl and the Priestess of Time. So that means that time, again, works differently in the spiritual realm, if any, okay? And passed over loved one, they can see everything that this person has been doing to you, and they've been helping you from the other side since they transitioned, helping you, possibly even teaching you how to identify it, who it pertains to, who the voodoo is coming from, who's doing it, what they're doing here. So somebody, they could be aware of this, or at least this person, they feel like that it's this passed over loved one that's telling you all their secrets, telling you who's doing what to you, and telling you what they're doing to you and how long they've been doing it to you. With that being said, somebody thought that it would be a good idea to invoke this loved one, because it's like, hey, they figure because, but this is what I'm saying. This person has lost their mind. Their way of saying, thinking is gone. If they have any little bit, it would still be to do evil. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, this person has it in their mind that if this loved one loves you that much, and you love this passed over loved one that much, then they can use that loved one's energy, essence, or cloaking in order to attach a water spirit or a jinn or some type of entity to penetrate your protective shield here, that they feel like that this elder also taught you or gave you or passed on to you as well, right? And they can use that to penetrate you, Salah, and get their voodoo to work. This person is losing their mind. If they still have any sanity, it's dwindling quickly. Okay? This person could be going through a mental recession at this time. Like real bad. A mental declination, like it's straight on the decline here. This is far beyond having common sense. That's been gone. I feel like that was the first thing. If this person has been doing black and dark magic, even when when people use these entities and stuff, the end result is always a person's mind will go. Because we should know that in spiritual warfare, whether you be on the light side, the dark side, the wicked side, the low vibrational side, the higher vibrational side, it doesn't matter. In this spiritual war, the first and main thing that they attack is your mind. Okay? Is your mind. For a person to do these levels of voodoo here, it requires that not only do they conjure up the entity and sell pieces of their soul or their soul in its entirety, but when they no longer have a soul to bargain for, they don't have the ranking, they don't have the power, especially if you elevate it over their voodoo, which means that your ranking is higher than them. If they don't have that, they have to sacrifice something. It could be that this person does not believe in the typical ritualistic sacrifices here, but this person does sacrifices by pieces of their mind. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting here. With that being said, this person has no safety in their mind. If this person went through anything growing up as a child or in the past, growing up throughout life or going through life here, whatever that is, what would usually act as a defense mechanism in their brain that would protect them from whatever this is bubbling up to the surface. It would protect them during the time that this comes back up, because you can't hide from it. We can't hide from our trauma, our pains, our shortcomings. We can't hide from these things. They will lie dormant, but eventually, even if we try to forget them, pretend like they never happened or they don't exist, they come up. And sometimes they come up as a full-fledged demon out of some people because they chose to set it and forget it and thought that they made it disappear. That is not the case. Don't be fooled, collective. Don't be fooled. This is why we must conquer these things, because they will always come back. And typically it's Mercury retrograde, so these things will come back. These type of things will come back, that would be more than likely the case. I'm not going to solidify that, just assumption at this time, but that is more than likely, it's highly the case with it being this full moon, Lionsgate, and Mercury retrograde was in recession. Okay, it was in retrograde, but now it's direct, right? And so we know what Mercury retrograde, basically the basics of it, what it entails. Okay, so whatever this person, it's like the whole time that they were attacking you doing voodoo, somebody did no healing, and they bargaining, using their mental parts of their psyche as bargaining chips for these entities or demons or whatever it is that they were conjuring up to do voodoo on you. Somebody told this person or they knew, either way, somebody told them, or they knew, or both, that attempting offer had a high price, but they were completely committed to it. It's like somebody was bargaining or pawning off their thoughts, their psyche, parts of their mind here, parts of themselves and stuff, because they were so committed they felt like that it was foolproof. But I guess what they, in this person's head, this elder is the one that has been teaching you about the voodoo that they also taught this person that's been being done against you. It could be from the same family, the same bloodline, the same ancestral descendants here. It could be any of those things, okay? And so now they felt like somebody went near a body of water. I don't know where it is, what it is, how big this body of water is, but somebody went there to invoke this elder, this passed over loved one here, and they wanted to attach a water spirit to it because water is a component here. It is. A new world is born. An elder will teach you to birth forth a new world. So they feel like that this elder is working on behalf of you. They do. Teaching you all their voodoo, telling them all their secrets. That's what this person feels like. And that could be the case, but at the same time, I don't feel, if you may ask me if I feel around in the energy, I don't feel that you too worried about this person. Even if you know this is who's doing it, and you know what they're doing, you know what all they've been doing is being revealed to you. Like, I don't feel like you really care. I feel like you know a new world is being born. You have a higher purpose and mission. See, this person could have been attacking you for their own selfish, low vibrational or surface level, shallow, because I'm picking up water. Shallow reasons. Something that they wanted, something that you had, your beauty, your gifts, your mission, your state, your destiny, stuff like that. Not looking at the fact that you are a part of a higher grand divine design and destiny. And therefore your path is, it doesn't matter if this person did stuff to venture block you, cause obstacles, cause you pauses, cause you long periods of stagnation, even cause you backwards or losses here. A new world is still being born. They weren't going to stop that. And they weren't going to stop what the Most High has already designated for you to do, to be a part of this new world, or for you to do as being of service to this new world. You get what I'm saying? Somebody was doing something for surface level, shallow reasons here. It's weird, but hey, because whoever you are beloved by the upper realms. You are a upper world being. And on top of that, you have the higher knowledge here, and you're an earth angel with the earth keeper. It's just kind of like, and you have a very pure energy with the child. Somebody should have sat down. Not only that, you could be a daughter of a divine council member, or you could be a divine council member. Look at there, water. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna reshuffle that. But the signs are with you already. This person, the signs are with you already. They could be with you. I feel like, again, you already, it's almost like, what can I say? How can I say this? Whoever you are, collective, whether this elder is teaching you or not, whatever ranking, whatever death and rebirth you went through, whatever elevation and ascension and healing that you went through, y'all don't want me to shuffle those yet? Cool. Council want to stay at the top. They do not want me to shuffle. Divine Council wants to stay at the top. Ashe Tupac Mama, as well as the Divine Council. If I didn't say it before, Ashe. Somebody's name is Petra. Okay? I have a cousin with a name similar to that. Yeah. The signs are with you already. That we're here. I don't know who here. It could be these entities. This person was again, it's something about somebody like using their psyche as bargaining chips. Somebody could have been doing this for a long time. They could have overused their body. Their body is no longer, it is not, them devoting their body to these entities to do this voodoo on you. Their body doesn't suffice. Somebody didn't take care of their vessel. Their body does not suffice anymore. Does that make sense? Okay. Somebody doesn't have the ranking, so their energy does not suffice. Somebody already bargained off their soul or used that as a pawn chip, and we got to go deeper into that. I think people just think that never mind. We know better. We know the divine has the key to our souls, but somebody could have sold off the ability to access their soul's purpose here, okay? To these entities and stuff. So they don't have that as a bargaining chip. So when your body is unused because you haven't taken care of it, because you're too busy focused on collective and doing voodoo on them, then your body's no good. You have no spiritual waking. Your energy itself is no good. Probably animal sacrifices are no good anymore. So this person has been using the last of what they have. That's the most powerful thing, if you ask me, is their mind. And somebody's been using pieces of their psyche as bargaining chips. And somebody literally is out of their fucking the spirit, okay? Somebody's here. It could be these energies, the entities that this person has conjured up. They done damn sure tried to attach one of these entities to the spirit, the energy essence. This could even be a thought accessing one of your thoughts. See, whatever voodoo somebody does, it has to do with a lot of mental manipulation on you, collective. You know, even I'm gonna make this very clear about our healing of the mind, body, soul, spirit. Those thoughts, those repressed memories, if they aren't addressed, and I'm not forcing anyone to, they turn into a level of darkness that an entity can hide in your psyche, conscious or subconscious, okay? Moon and water. Somebody has a watery moon. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, possibly. Okay. Fifth house energy is significant. Ninth house is significant. So before I continue, but after sadness, happiness, and hope return. See, the whole thing was that if you ever reclaimed your joy, control over your mind, your energy, you elevate it, you heal, everything will fall back on this person. And the price is like, it's almost like a spiritual lobotomy, you know? Then Barbara, wouldn't that mean that you would exit to the left? I mean, come on now. Like, do y'all be okay out there, like sitting and watching something and then saying, I don't know anything about none of this mess and I'm not interested in it. Then bye. Like, what be wrong with y'all? A lot of what's going on around us, y'all, what we see in this world is mind control. People do not have their own minds. Like, Barbara, you silly and you special, and I pray for you healing of the mental space. You quite special. Because if you don't know anything about it, listen. If you're sitting here listening. If you're not interested, exit. It wasn't even necessary for you to say that. I mean, you're quite silly in nature. No common sense, clearly. So we know that the rest of the brain is not working for you, right? We know that. We can clearly see that. Child, slow ass. Be sure to hit that like button as y'all come into the live chat, please, and thank you. Okay, so the download that I got was Anubis. Anubis, the underworld, is coming for this person, or you are descendant of, like a part descendant. They don't consider it part. You blood, your blood. And then I got the energy of the ninth gate. Now I know that's a movie with Johnny Depp, and I really forgot how that movie goes, but I believe it talks about the apocalypse. So I don't know what this ninth gate is. I'm looking it up because y'all know how I do when I get the download. So Child, okay. We finna go over it before I continue, y'all. Y'all know this gonna be about a 10-minute spiel. Informative, though. Nonetheless, informative, you know. Um, the ninth gate, I put in folklore first. The folklore and the mythos surrounding the ninth gate originated from a fictional text within the story rather than real-world demonology centering on the 1666. Pay attention to that book, that number. On the 1666 book, The Nine Gates of the Kingdom of Shadows, the myth of Lucifer's, I cannot even say that, Delomelanicon, okay? And occult numerology. So numbers are significant here. Of course, this was wrote in 1666. Is that, but we know there's carbon. We should know that that's carbon, right? You know, it's also the forms of life and matter. And I didn't say melanin, I said carbon. For anybody else that want to get on here, so are you saying that you, no. So just stop, just sit down somewhere. The that says Delomelanicon. With it being 1666, and it's an occult book of demonology, but it says the Delomelanicon, D-E-L-O, down, M-E-L-A-N-I, Melon, or Melani, Con. The Delomelanicon, Melanicon, or Melanicon, shit. Anyways. The legendary fundamental manuscript, supposedly written by Lucifer himself, from which Torquia copied the 9 magical engravings. The riddle of the engravings, folklore in the story dictates that only 3 authentic copies survived the Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition. Interesting. And combining correct sequential reading with secret knowledge allows an initiate to summon the devil. I ain't summoning you, bitch. Go back to your place. Bye. We don't do that over here. Bye. The number 9 in occult and numerical symbolism, the number 9, it is treated as a sacred and inverted power number, mirroring 666 or representing steps of initiation. Tarot parallels, that's interesting. They gave me tarot. I'm going 4X. You know, the engraving, I want to take this gauze out so bad. Or maybe it's just that I don't have a connection right now. I mean, like a connection between my mind and my mouth. Child. Tarot parallels. The engravings closely mimic major arcana tarot archetypes. So what we saying, bro? We saying I need to give up tarot. You tell. Well, you know, I said it in the beginning. I study occult knowledge, so I guess, you know, at least we know more. So I'm trying to figure out what they saying. What you saying, Divine Counsel? You saying you don't like the tarot no more? I'm feeling some type of way, bro. By myself. It's like, God, please do not forsake me. I'm going to continue. I'm finna cry. But we know they can turn a good thing into a negative thing. We know this, right? Or at least I promise y'all, I'm hoping, y'all. The engravings closely mimic major arcana tarot archetypes, such as the Fool, the Hangman, and the Wheel of Fortune. I mentioned the Wheel of Fortune in the beginning. Symbolizing a spiritual and esoteric journey. So, The companion entity, the mysterious green-eyed girl. Like y'all trying to be funny. Cause y'all know I got green contacts in, right? What y'all trying to say, bro? Like, what you trying to say, Divine Counsel? Because I got green contacts in. And if y'all know the movie The Ninth Gate, I remember it vaguely. It's been a long time. Okay, never mind. Oh, Shaba. My grandma would say that. So, the companion entity, the mysterious green-eyed girl who guides Dean Corso, which is Johnny Depp in the movie, mirrors folklore figures like Lilith or a fallen angel or succubus. What are we trying to say, bro? Okay, no offense, no offense. Listen. Acting as an immortal protector and witness to the ritual. You could have green eyes, you know. I mean, I have green contacts because also I'm definitely taking it personal, you know. An angel can be a succubus. So this person could have green eyes, or they could mimic this energy here. Okay. So you could be a half breed here. Suddenly it get hot. Am I hell, God? Am I hell? Please tell me, God, that let me read these tarot cards. It's not me in hell. Ugh. Sit in it, absorb, sit in the energy. Acknowledge how it makes you feel. I'm feeling some type of way, collective. I'm feeling some type of way. But now be mindful. This movie is just a movie, but it's based off of a real account of a book written in 1666. There were only 3 of its kind. 3 multiplied on itself is 9, and 9 is the inverted version of 666. So, you know, but that would be, it would first, I guess it would start off as esoteric knowledge, and then they took it and made it occult knowledge. They inverted all the teachings, and we know this over history and over time that this is what has been done. They took the esoteric, just meaning the spiritual knowledge and teachings of the laws of all, the laws of everything, and they took it and they inverted it, therefore making it a negative, having a negative connotation and outcome here, which you can do that with energy transmutation and manipulation in anything, right? You can take something good and make it bad. You can take something positive and make it negative, and vice versa here, okay? Oh boy. I thought that they were, hold on, the 9th gate in the Bible verse. So it has many different meanings. See, I guess it depends on how people have used it over time. This person could be using an inverted version of esoteric knowledge, okay? The 9th gate, the eastern gate, is blocked up and shut, waiting for the arrival of the Messiah. The following is an orientation to the gates of the old city. Old city, a new world is born. Naming them in English, Hebrew, and Arabic, and describing what is to be found inside each gate. It says, let's start with the lowest gate. The lowest gate is located in the south. So the south gate, the southern gate, or the south node gate. I'm stressed out now. I'm stressed out. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Didn't it just tell me that it was referencing the ninth gate? Now when I go look up ninth gate, the biblical ninth gate reference, it says there is no ninth gate mentioned in the Bible. Boy, I be hating electronics. I can't stand the internet. Like, stop. Literally, I just read the shit. Moving forward. Y'all know I'll never stop. It says this concept actually comes from popular culture or other literary traditions rather than biblical scripture. Didn't it just say that the ninth gate is known as the Eastern Gate in the Bible? The old city. What is the ninth gate? And people also ask, what is the ninth gate in the Bible verse? And then it says the ninth gate, the Eastern Gate. And then we have the 9 gates of hell. Dante's Inferno. Child. Okay, here we go. More. The Old Kingdom. Wiki. Child, I don't know how to say this shit. I gotta go back and read the biblical Eastern Gate because I want to know what the old city is as it references to a new world is born. Maybe there is the old city is a reserved place. It could be physical, it could be spiritual. Because I don't know if y'all remember that, but they had those scientists and military. They were out there in those mountains with that big ass door and they had opened that shit. I mean, you know, they've been doing that all around here. Just like, sit down. Y'all need to go, somebody needs to put them on timeout. That's it. Trump need a mox, he need a baby bottle and a binky. He need to be put in timeout. All of them. Just silly. I mean, you know, I got to say that in the nicest way possible. The ninth gate is the last gate in the realm of death. Didn't I say Anubis energy? So the gates, as this is reference to the gates of the shadows, Anubis would be the overseer of these gates. And then they would have your lower realm deities or your underworld deities here that would guard each of these gates. We know that devastation or the crocodile head, I was going to say crocodilo, but the crocodile head deity would be the one that devours souls at one of these gates. Okay. There is a Hebrew, I think I did a live about it here. In Hebrew text and stuff like that, they only mention 7 gates, but I believe that there are 9, maybe 11, but 9. I talked about this in one of my readings. Anywho, the ninth gate is the last gate in the realm of death. Unlike the others, it is up in the sky at the end of the river. Didn't I say something about water? Where there is no more current, no ebb and flow. The river just sits still, so a steady body of water is significant here. I mean, you know, there is in fact a sky here compared to the perpetual fog and of the other eight precincts. What we doing? It is known as the point of no return. And be mindful, I'm really reading stuff, and this is just wiki. While it is possible for the dead to claw their way, man, come on with the ads like fucking A, bro. While it is possible for the dead to claw their way back through the other 8 gates, including crossing over the border to life, none can return from beyond the 9th gate. None know what lies beyond its starry expanse. Interesting. The way to go through it's passing beyond. The way to go through the 9th gate is to look at it. Upon seeing the stars of the gate, any being puts away their possessions, confirmation, and begins to rise into the air. However, for some, this ascent is halted because their time is not up yet. They fall back to the river below, safe from the siren song. I cannot make this shit up, bro. I said a water spirit. I don't know what's going on here. They fall back into the river below, safe from the siren song beyond it. Safe from the siren song of the ninth gate. However, for those who have outlived their time, there is no escape upon beholding the ninth gate. Even Hedge did show up. I cannot bullshit y'all. It said positive, new, uplifting friends. And it's the hedgehog. But bro, I gotta find it. I gotta find it. So hedgehogs can be significant to somebody. Owls, ferrets. You are unlike anybody else. You are a leader for the natural born world, this new world. Okay? Okay? And you have to mend your heart from whatever it is that this person has done. I just have fucking deja vu, bro. What? Yep, it's finna be the witching hour, so it sounds about right. I just had deja vu. I breathe in deep of my deja vu moments, and I remember everything right here, right now, this house, the circumstances surrounding it, and the people involved. And there's something else that's going on in my life. It's gone, but bro, where are you at, Hedgehog? Here we go. Hedgehog love. Positive, uplifting new friends. And it is burrowed, the hedge is very burrowed deep in the midst of these cards. A powerful energy shift. Okay. This is not too much longer before we continue. However, for those who have outlived their time, there is no escape upon beholding the ninth gate. Even Hedge, upon catching a glimpse of the stars, is instantly defeated. He loses all resistance and rises into the sky after having prolonged his life for decades. Didn't I say this person was doing something for superficial or shallow reasons? For like an extension of their life. Somebody wanted your vitality, your fountain of youth energy. That's what all the voodoo has been about, to extend their life. Why? Because somebody knows where they're going after they pass. Hecate guards. Okay. After having prolonged his life for decades, he vanished into the infinite skies along with the thousands who had come before him. Clore meets a similar fate in Golden Hand. Now, I don't know these names, but Hedge is a powerful necromancer who serves as a primary antagonist of Lariel and I don't know how to say that, Abhorsen, 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 and a secondary antagonist in Terciel and Eleanor. He serves Caragor until the latter is defeated and bound by Sabriel. Child, I don't know all these names, but I'm not invoking shit. Ancestors, release those energies. I don't do necromancy. Release them from this energetic space. There is no invocation taking place. Release them back to their places of captivity or the ninth gate. I do not want that energy to be embraced or embodied in this space at this time. Ashe. Ashe. Reestablish my protective shield at this time. Child, I gotta be careful about saying these dang on names. And this is talking about the Old Kingdom. What I just read. It is reference to the Old Kingdom. Now, one more. Because again, y'all know I said the spiel was it's going to be about 12 to 15 minutes. I had to make it a little less. Keep my want people interested. Okay. Child, AI, like not right now, bro. Why did AI just type that in? The ninth gate or the biblical Eastern gate. Okay. And we just gonna read short descriptions. The biblical Eastern Gate, also known as the Golden Gate or Gate of Mercy, is a famous walled up portal on the eastern side of Jerusalem's Temple Mount. It is tied to end times prophecy in Ezekiel 44 and traditions about the return of the Messiah. Opinions on its meaning differ across faiths and communities. Ezekiel's version, the prophet Ezekiel, in his book, the book Ezekiel, chapter 44, verses 1 through 3, describes the gate facing east as shut because the God of Israel entered through it, stating it must remain closed. It also symbolizes the Messiah's return in Jewish and Christian traditions, and they hold that the Messiah will enter through this eastern portal upon returning. Okay, sealing the gate, Ottoman Sultan Suleiman. Haven't I been hearing that name for like 2 days? The story of Saul is significant. Of Sal or Saul. It's interesting because that ninth gate book, what it references to, it was written in 1666, or it was made in 1666. But listen to this. At the sealing of the gate, this was done by, this was done by the Ottoman Sultan. I'm not going to say his name. Blah, blah, blah. The Magnificent sealed the stone structure shut around 1540 and 1541. But this does say AD, okay? After Dionysus, but you know Dionysus is Jesus's primordial name. You have Christ, Christos, you have Osiris, and before Osiris, he would have been known as Dionysus in Greek mythology. He's known as Dionysus. So D does not have to stand for that. You know, I just be implementing my own stuff, bro. So after Dionysus, and the book was written, it doesn't say AD, BC, or anything like that. And it said keeping it blocked to this day. Gate of Mercy. And here, this is where I'm going to stop at, y'all, so I can continue. The only eastern gate of the Golden Gate or the Eastern Gate is the only eastern gate of the Temple Mount. And one of only 2 gates of the old city of Jerusalem that is used to offer access into the city from the east side. I don't know. The East Gate, symbolism, the Messiah's return. The East Gate embodies hope, renewal, and the fulfillment of God's ultimate plan for his people, a plan that includes the redemption of believers. A new world is born. As the old city, the gates were sealed. If you ask me, the gates to the old city or the old knowledge or the old information, it has been sealed to preserve it. okay, to preserve its purity, so to speak. And we're thinking more so in terms of it not being literal but figurative, right? As a parable, as in analogy, meaning something else, as it pertains to spirituality and or esoteric knowledge, okay? So the occult people, they took this and they made an inverted version of it, okay? That's enough. Yeah. A crow knows. We got the holy mountain here. These things to be. You didn't want me to turn this right side up? We got a sorcerer in the reverse and the innocence in the reverse. But we just gonna keep it. We just gonna keep them like this. I'm gonna turn them right back like they were. Somebody can't make it to, and I'm gonna show y'all how these came out. The holy mountain. Remember where they said the gate was located? The eastern side of the mount, the only one of two gates, and it has remained sealed. The holy mountain is in the reverse. And then we got thunder in the reverse and a sorcerer in the reverse. This could be a masculine, this could be a feminine. And this is how your energy is coming out, the child, the innocence, possibly the blood that they needed, the purity of your angelicness, but also you being in mortal form to open up something like the ninth gate to the old city, to the gate of no return. It's something going on like that, bro, but they couldn't sacrifice you. And it's just the bottom line, because you're a keeper of the earth. You're an earth angel, okay? So you can have earth angel and angelic as well as other DNA. Or your positive, uplifting new friends can be more from the darker side. These could be people that with the keepers of the knowledge of the Eastern Gate. Thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. I know it's like, what? Some of y'all done got lost. Somebody done clicked off. It is what it is. Listen. Y'all know I'm going to pull astrological signs because we are working on aligning our spiritual and soulful clocks with those of the celestial bodies that rule each of our chakras, or that coincide with each of our chakras, as above, so below. As above, so within as well. They are the same thing. Damn. That was used as a code. That was used in a code way. That was inverted too, as above, so below. To put us into captivity. Because we shouldn't be, nothing should be above us. What? Worshipping and idolizing, huh? One of the major sins. That's like the Egyptian newt. Understanding. I don't understand anything. I don't stand under anything. There is no as above, so below for me. Mine is as within, so outside of me. And the only as above that would be my above here, that's above this below. There is no above me. Not in my world. And if you know what I'm talking about, you get it, you get it. We don't exalt anything above ourselves, above our God, above our higher realms and knowledge. Somebody is true. Somebody has been doing voodoo on your mental, on your psyche. I'm telling you. Virgo, the alchemist here. I don't know why I don't bring these closer. And it's like, girl, you know you can't see that damn far. Yes, even with the contacts. And they are prescription as well. It's like, damn, with astigmatism, it just, technically it gets worse. I will find a cure. I mean, I am my own guinea pig. The alchemist, what's going on with that? Somebody could be a Virgo here. Heavy water sign as well. Mars, the drive and the power. Okay? Somebody, alchemy or magic or voodoo, it's talking about the same thing. Alchemy is voodoo, it's magic, it's spell work, it's witchcraft. However you call it. It's just people want to call it different things. They'll invert it to make it look demonic, so you'll never look into it. While they're at the same time that they're doing it, and they'll call it stuff like prayer. Okay? So being able to identify these things as basically, I don't know if those things relate to each other, but they seem to have a significance to this message here. Somebody has went past the point of no return. That's what I do know. And that's a tempting offer that has a high price. But they were completely committed to this. They knew that there was a point of no return. Okay? That's what's been driving this person. Okay? The alchemy. And I feel like it's also been good. Somebody has an insatiable appetite for power and for living forever, for immortality for you, and they've been doing voodoo on you to live forever. Because they know that they know they're past the point of no return. They know that if they shall perish, transition, they know that they're where they're going. First house, self and identity. A drive and a power for self and identity. Yourself, your identity. Salah. I feel like I'm chewing tobacco. Like, ugh, I want this gauze out of my mouth, bro. I want it out of my mouth. Give me more. Communication and interaction, third house. And we have trine, 3, okay? Support and inspiration. You got an elder that's supporting you from the other side from this person. That's just period. And then tension and oppositions. This is somebody that knows you, that knows this elder. This elder could be like a family member of yours, but a mentor. They could be like, I believe that there's a show like that where the elder taught their mentor more than they taught like their daughter or son. I think it was a daughter or something. And then as the daughter awakened to her power and stuff, she's just like a little baby, you know, like a baby witch or whatever. It's like the elder of hers, she didn't know that she was a witch until the elder had already passed, but the elder left like a grimoire and all these different like breadcrumbs for her to help her, because she knew that the elder knew that eventually this child of hers or granddaughter or great grand, they will awaken. But whoever the elder had as their progeny, as their understudy, this is what I was going to say, as their understudy, they taught this person firsthand, hands-on, everything that they know. But this understudy was also aware of the granddaughter or great-granddaughters that they were going to come into their coming of or coming to. It's something called like that. And they knew that the great power that this descendant would hold when it came to this voodoo and this magic that they practiced as an understudy under this elder. So an elder, as they transition, I really don't know what happened. I think the understudy went crazy with the power and the magic that this elder taught them and accidentally unalived them, or it could have been on purpose, okay? I don't know what show this is. Is this a show? Am I just making this up in my head? Whichever one it is, it's similar. It's the same thing like that. Same concept, same thing. And it's just like, this could even be another family member, an older family member here that was working with one of your Passover loved ones here. Nonetheless, they knew that you have the gift. It's like this elder knew that you have the gift, that you were coming to yourself. Does that make sense? Self and identity. That you would come into yourself, and then it would awaken your spirit guides. It would awaken your spirit team, support and inspiration with the trine here. Okay? And they also knew that when you came into this coming of self, that there will be tensions and oppositions here of people that wanted your power, because you have great power, great gifts, great ranking, and whatever this elder was teaching this person, it's like you would inherit that naturally. You would naturally know it. You would modernize it. You would add to it. You would bring up its frequency vibration. You would bring up, however you use this elders, you would make it new, fresh, add your own twist on it, but it would be more powerful in your hands in your awakening. Do that make sense? And so somebody wanted to live forever, and they had this knowledge. They knew this. They were studied by this, learned by this well before you came into your awakening here. Well before. Okay? This could be Antarctica here. You have the knowledge about Antarctica, or this elder does. So Antarctica, before it was frozen, Tartaria, some think it's Tartaria. Okay, it could be a mixture of Tartaria, Atlantis as well, or a piece was left over that it didn't sink of Atlantis. And even with Atlantis sinking, you know that kingdom is still well alive and fully operational, right? In the water. There's something here about water. You are a mediator because you are meant, this voodoo or this magic, let's say this, in one person's hand is voodoo. In your hand, a new world is born. You use it for the right purposes. The alchemist, you are an alchemist here, okay? Somebody inverted something that an elder taught them to use against you when it's literally passed on magic of yours. It's passed on alchemy of yours. Technically, if you awaken to your own self and you identify as this elder's descendant or any type of being that's designated, technically this magic is yours. In the wrong hands is voodoo. In your hands is alchemy. You see what I mean? And you're meant to use this to be a mediator of multiple races in this new world that is born. And you have the knowledge of Shambhala. And then they say something, the ninth gate, then they say angel and succubus. There you go. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. Anunnaki, okay? Why? A karmic feminine. That's an Anunnakian succubus. Or this more so like saying, if this is Anunnakian magic, Anunnakian information or wisdom, knowledge, it belongs to you. You're the descendant in this time, in this era, in this day and age that this belongs to. Technically, it's yours. If it's magic from the Anunnaki, you got a karmic feminine here who wanted your angelic bloodline, and she used a succubus spirit to attach, or an entity to attach to or help her obtain the knowledge of this, or at least try. Or even this is trying to attach one to you. I'm going to take a couple more from here. Because is it love or is it infatuation? This person do a lot of love spells. They a scam artist that do a lot of love spells. Movie or date night, movie night. It says movie date. But again, a movie can simply be equated to a thought, a memory. Halls of Amenti. That's the ninth gate of the Halls of Amenti. I gotta pause again. Because that's what I was looking for. The Halls of Amenti. A psycho crazy ex for some of y'all that want sudden wealth. See, somebody don't want the money. They want what all these shallow and superficial things provide, what they think it provides for them, which is eternal life. They don't really have the the power of immortality. You do. And the immortality secrets are part of this ancient knowledge or wisdom here that somebody has been using as voodoo against you. The owner, technically, of this grimoire, possibly, it could be a grimoire, a book, it could be a family ledger that's really old here. And y'all know how those work. I mean, at least you should. Hopefully y'all do. So, Yadu, Yadhu, like Rahu, like Ketu and Rahu. I'm not going that far. I'm gonna see if there's a ninth one. Emerald tablets of Thoth. That could be what this is too. Because you can kind of consider. The ninth division or aspect associated with the underworld journey in ancient Egyptian texts corresponds to the ninth hour or division of the Tuat, T-U-A-T. The underworld where Amenti is located, rather than a literal sequential ninth hall in the popular esoteric halls of Amenti legend. So again, this is coming back. It's all this stuff stems from ancient Egyptian folklore. Then we have Anunnaki. Then we have Shambhala even further. Then we have Tartaria possibly, Atlantis possibly here. The ninth division of Tuwa is called the Bes Aru Aket Keperu in the sacred text, or the realm where the sun bow of Ra is serviced during the ninth hour of the night. Its guardians and deities mapped out in ancient funerary, so death, literature like the book of the Amtuat or Amtuat. This region features specific divine entities and gatekeepers such as Aha Seket, or Seket is also Sekmet. And Hetep Uwa, UAA, Uwa. The purpose of the myth, knowledge of the names of the entities in this specific division was believed to help a soul safely pass through the perils of the underworld. So I'm going to tell y'all something right now. If we are talking about realms, and we are talking about duality, Shambhala, we know Shambhala is supposed to be inner earth. You go into earth, it's upside down, mimicking the upper earth or somewhat the structures, but it's upside down. So with that being said, inversion, we talked about inversion of the natural organic is 666. We know that. That's all matter, creation of life, melanin, carbon, all that stuff, right? We know this. Even in science, 666 is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. Occult knowledge took that esoteric knowledge. Esoteric is just a combination of all of these things I just said: religion, cultural, scientific, all that. So occult knowledge, it took that and it added the devil into it and inverted these things, right? So an inversion, where in the Egyptian books concerning the halls of Amente, and this is the visions, the levels or the realms that a soul would pass through in its time of transition to see if it was required to come back, or if it would go into purgatory if it failed any of these gates, okay? So the ninth division would be the occult, the ninth gate technically would be the occult version, the inverted version, the point of no return of the ninth division of the halls of Amenti. You see what I'm saying? It's the inverted version of the halls of Amenti. Literally, I just said this person has been taking your ancient knowledge that belongs to you, that an elder passed down to you, that an elder in transition has been working with you from the other side, teaching you this, whispering these things in your ear, giving you dreams, giving you just the downloads, the light codes. This person has been using it since they were an understudy of this living elder as a voodoo, as the inverted version against you, the rightful owner, the rightful claimant of said knowledge here. And it's like the point of no return for this person could be the moment that this person decided to completely commit themselves to using your magic, what's yours, against you. It's like taking your scepter of power and using it against you when you made it. All you literally made a bond with the crystals, the wood, the herbs, the enchantments, the inscriptions, everything. You made a spiritual and energetic connection to these things that you use to forge your tool of power, your scepter, your spear of power, your magic wand, so to speak. And it's like somebody stealing it and using that against you. That is the point of no return at this point. Whoever this elder is, they didn't teach this person this stuff for this reason here. However, the moment that they decided to attack you with your stuff, with your own shit, it's like you may need, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do here. Consult with your spirit team here and ask them, how do you claim power over what's yours? You maybe just, it could be simply you voicing it. We talked about the 144 Akenic cells behind the thymus. So it's just you speaking words, giving it power and saying that you declare power and dominion over what is yours rightfully. And that's of the physical, spiritual, ethereal, astral realms, and underworld, upper realm, middle realm, and all of the above, everything in between, all variations of such, alike and unalike. Ashe, you know? And I'm just like, I just reinforce it for you. I ain't, you know. But I'm just saying, like, the moment that that person does that, this magic, the knowledge, I don't know how, it's like a living energy. This is like a living being. This knowledge is a living being. And if you claim it, it recognizes you as the owner by blood, by your energetic signature and your DNA. It will recognize this person as an intruder. The moment that you do that, this person has went beyond the 9th gate of the siren. The people don't return at this point. A tempting offer has a high price here. And this person was completely committed. This is why they've been completely committed. Because they knew that once they used this against you, whether you were awakened to yourself, self-identity or not, who you are, and that this belongs to you. Even if you're just awakened now and you know all these things and you're still coming into yourself and you don't know about this knowledge yet, or you're just now finding out about it through this message. Thank you. Heart, hands, peace, and blessings back to you tenfold. Ashe. The moment, even you coming into your awakening, this person's still not supposed to use it against you. But the moment that you claim it, it's over for this person. So this person has taken something from this book, y'all, and went to a standing body of water, almost like to access a siren spirit of the 9th gate, to attach to this elder by summoning this elder. This is their intention. Attaching a water spirit or a siren-like spirit to this elder, or they may be trying to use a siren spirit from the 9th gate to use the embodiment, the voice, the cloaking of this elder's energy to lure you to the 9th gate, the point of no return. Salah. It's something going on like that. It's like somebody, whoever you are, somebody can't get rid of you. You are mortal, right? And the only way that they can technically get rid of you would be the point of no return. They tell you, as I read the descriptions and gave out the info, and this is from my understanding and perspective of what it is that I read. They tell you that any energy that goes past a certain point, they don't return. They get to, it's like the 8th gate, from the 1st to the 8th gate, a soul has the ability, or a spirit or a being has the ability to claw its way back through and cross back over to the point to the side of life, right? Thank y'all, love, for the gifts. But once you get to the 9th gate, certain things must transpire. Somebody is trying to lure you using this elder of yours, this passed over loved one, to the point of no return of the 9th gate, using a siren energy. Alluring, you know, sirens have the song, and if you ask me, Ursula was a siren. She used the voice of Ariel to capture or entrance the prince, whoever his name is. I don't remember his name, child. But somebody is trying to use like the essence, the energy, the voice of this elder with the siren spirit to lure you to the point of no return. It's quite fucking crazy here. This is how you know this person is mental as shit, but they're completely committed. What do the ancestors have to say about this before I pull any other required energies or whatever it is that I am guided to? That tension and oppositions, this is person's mind. Somebody is having a tug of war in their mind. And you know why? Because whatever this person, somebody has something that they never healed from. And this could be a past life trauma. Look. The divine counsel is with you, collective, with you, bagging you up, protecting you. This passed over elder could be a divine council member. And y'all seen how they didn't want me to shuffle it. They wanted it to stay at the top. This person can't use your magic. The moment you call it back to you and you claim it, this person can't use it. They aren't the originator here of the earth magic here. They aren't the originator. The harvest is in the reverse. They can't harvest your energy. And the ego, nobility, high ranking. They don't have your energy or your essence to make this work the way that it's supposed to be used. Therefore, they have broken even divine spiritual law. This person could be under judgment. The moment that you claim this, it's over. The beloved and the staff, the ace of wands, the power. But that's because you are knowing this. It's like divine is giving you this message right now because you are moving forward after this person causing you so much stagnation. Child. And this person, I'm telling you, this person is out of balance. They are out of alignment with the rainbow in the reverse. They don't have a bridge and they don't have a path here. A water sign. Or they can use a lot of water spirits or a lot of water magic. But the council is with you. This is yours. This person can't use your shit to harvest your energy. And it's like, what? Like, bro, all this stuff is in the reverse. The tree of life is in the reverse. The time master is in the reverse. And Pachamama is in the reverse. This person has no protection. They have, and you simply did this by healing. By even coming to know yourself as being a higher divine being. It's like that's a start. The moment that you awaken to yourself and start out really identifying possibly your primordial self, your bloodline that you are attached to or that you come from, this magic, it start working against this person. They losing their fucking mind. And there's something about something that somebody never healed, either from a past life or from this life. And that is the very thing that is fighting. I mean, like tearing, this voodoo is tearing their ass up with some type of repressed trauma or memory. And where in their psyche, there will be a mechanism built into their psyche. Thank y'all for the gifts, the flow state, the coins, the jewels, all that. Love y'all very much so. Look, the part of their mind that's built in as a defense mechanism to help protect them when this repressed memory comes back up, they bargained it. They bargained it as a bargain chip. It's no longer there. Somebody has no protection from themselves, and then they don't have protection from your magic. It's like this magic has become this person's greatest enemy. Where it was their tool to use against you, it's their greatest enemy. They don't have respect from Pachamama, and that's just a more indigenous name of divine and holy spirits, or the divine Pachamama. Some know her as Deva, okay? Some know her as Mama Divine, and other names here. This person don't have their protection, and they don't have any more time. Somebody is a mortal. Remember the ninth. Oh, it also said a person could, if they ventured to the ninth gate, a person of immortality would make it out of the ninth gate because they would not be at their time of expiration or transition. But a person whose time is up or past due, they would go to the point of no return. So somebody done took their ass here and tried to invoke this gate, this power, this energy, a siren here. This shit is backfiring on them. And the tree of life is the last thing out here that's in the reverse. So I don't know how to tell you the time master with the tree of life both in the reverse, but don't they look like an expiration date to you? Child. They journeyed their ass out there. And this person is about to be harvested. Okay? Whoever are the keepers of this gate. This could be the siren spirits. Because you know each gate, each realm, each domain, each district, so to speak, it would have a keeper or keepers. Like deities, gods and goddesses, demigods. It would have keepers of these gates. Who govern these gates, who guard these gates. These gates are not meant to be entered into until a soul is meant to enter into them. You know? With the Indian cross in the reverse, baby, somebody is fucked up. They have no upper world, middle world, lower world protection, knowledge, safety, no nothing. Somebody has nothing to bargain with, not even for the lower dimensional spirits. Nothing. The Rainmaker, okay? We're talking about healing here. This person got fire though. They can have fire and earth in their chart. You can have fire and earth in your chart here. Okay? That's your power. This could be fire and earth magic. Wow. Okay. Let's pull some. I don't know what this, everything about this person is in the reverse, bro. These cards are not in the reverse. The heart of the sky is in the reverse. I'm trying to flip them over. This person can't stalk you. They can't prey on you. They can't deceive you. They can't steal from you. They can't know anything. They can't cause illusions, no nothing. Like, this person can't do a damn thing. Look, the gatherer in the fucking reverse. It's like, so, y'all, look, these cards are in the upright. See them? Like, bro, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. I'm turning around, but ain't no sense in me trying to figure it out. Divine do the cards how they want to do the cards. Divine counsel is shown here, bringing this person to a complete standstill. Okay? Let me get one more. The wind is in the reverse. Golly. Some wanted to come out. I don't never really like pulling them out. The Indian cross and the tree of life. That's your energy. We'll put them back, and we got Pachamama. So you got a lot of energies on your side because they know that this is your magic, your power here that this person has been using. I swear that was the Ace of Wands. I swear that was the Ace of Wands, bro. I don't know what's been going on with that lately. I see one thing, it's something else. The wild woman in the reverse, the beloved coming out of crossing. I think I'm going to get about, what we doing, 5. So we're going to keep it even across the board here, 5. So your 5th house is significant, okay? The wild woman is in the reverse. Complete commitment. Something is out of control. Somebody can't control something. We got the beloved in the reverse. A tempting offer has a high price with the beloved in the reverse. This person is not loved. Like this, who this belongs to, your love. This person is not it. It's like seeing an intruder with all your shit on, and this person showing up to your family function, and then looking at this person like, what the fuck? Where? I know you didn't. It's some energy going on like that. Back off voodoo, the drum. Somebody didn't heed the warning. I'm telling you, somebody was warned before going this route. An elder will teach you. What did an elder teach this person? That they were not the anomaly, not the enigma. They didn't have a heart light as a feather. Child. Oh, this elder didn't teach them the light magic. They taught them. So wait a minute. This person was your elder's understudy to be your protector. This elder didn't give this person the light magic or the light codes, so to speak. Those things wouldn't come until you awaken to and claim this. This person was an understudy of an elder because they were supposed to protect you when you were coming into. But this person is missing a major key here. The light magic, the anomalous magic, the light codes, the light language, the enigmatic magic. This magic will only activate or be given to you. That's weird, bro. And a new world is born with the tensions and oppositions because you are the new world that is born. This is like opening the floodgates, but the floodgates of your self-identity. When you identified yourself as an alchemist, an earth angel, a divine being, a descendant of this elder or the bloodlines, the magic automatically synced with you. And therefore, anybody that uses it, especially against you, it's like it has become poison to those people. It has become their death sentence. A new world is born for you, Earth Keeper, Earth Angel, Keeper of the knowledge of the Earth, Keeper of the knowledge of the Eastern Gate here. Definitely could be Earth and Fire here. It could be Fire magic and Earth magic. These could be your dominant elements in your body. You have all elements here, but these are your dominant elements, okay? This person also did magic. If Earth is talking about stability, the ground we stand on, our stability, our our money, our everything that belongs to us, our worldly possessions here. If that's talking about herb, magic, crystals, it's talking about physical, tangibles, and stuff like that. Somebody tried to use mental magic of your own mind, where your strengths would be in earth, magic possibly, or your earth sign in your chart. Somebody tried to make it be the opposition of your fire sign in your chart. Does that make sense? Where fire would be talking about wands, action, passion, leadership, actual power, physical, spiritual, mental power. Somebody tried to attack your psyche with your magic to make your most strongest elements, to make your most ruling elements work against each other. With opposition intentions here. Somebody is, they felt like that this was going to blur your vision, cause illusions, make you not see your true nature, your true path, your true belonging, your true sense of self. I'm telling you, you are connected to the earth. You are the bridge, the upper realm, the middle realm, and the lower realm, or the knowledge thereof. I really don't want the vision quest did come out, so I'm just going to put it here. Somebody tried to obstruct your view by using your two dominant houses, wherever your earth placements are, wherever your fire placements are. These are very dominant. You're very powerful at manifesting. You're very powerful. It's because it's supposed to be used for this new world being born, possibly figuratively, when the eastern gate of the old preserved Jerusalem or city is born. After the return of the Messiah or Christ consciousness of our higher selves. Does that make sense? They kind of had me scared earlier, like, what? I think I want to use my Thoth tarot deck for clarification before we go. Power, I'm telling you. And futility, 7 of swords. Cannot make it up. Knight of swords. 3 of pentacles. There's somebody that worked with your elder and understudy. Possibly a princess of wands, or you could be a princess of wands. A lustful princess of wands. So a whore. Or somebody was using, some of your magic could be like sex magic as well. But not sex magic for you in your hands would be manifesting, even repopulation, regeneration. It could be, it's a lighter side of it. For this person, it's dark. Adjustment and worry. Somebody worried about these adjustments that they made. Let me get one more. About your abundance. That's the earth energy. Princess of Cups. You could be a water sign. You could have water aspected in your chart. The Hierophant, or they could be this person. They are cup energy. They can have fire and water in their chart. The Priestess here. The Knight of Swords here. Somebody tried to fight you for your rightful ranking and place here on this earth and in the ether. They know they couldn't do it in the ether, so I know it was just physical. But this person knows that after this earth, they could put Ace of Cups in the Chariot. Your passed over loved one. Your passed over loved one has been working on your behalf. They could be a Virgo. They could have Mars ruling in wherever they're, I don't know. I don't even know how to say that yet, but I see no other signs out here but except for Virgo. That could be Earth, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We do have the Priestess here, okay? Somebody has been passing you on this knowledge from the other side. Somebody was going to trick you with this elder, Salah, and lure you away, Salah, to the point of no return. This could be mentally as well, Salah. The Priestess and the Knight of Swords. And the Fortune, for your Wheel of Fortune. That was the ruling card that I talked about in the beginning. I did say I seen the 2 of Pentacles, but, hey, yep, and this person failed. I'm telling you, because universally you are recognized, your universal signature recognizes you as being the owner of this, as being the dominant party or owner of this. And this person, I'm telling you, whatever this magic is dominating this person, is tearing their ass up. Strength, and the Hangman. I cannot make this shit up. It's tearing their ass up. This shit, your magic has become a stronghold to this person because you woke up. You did that dark night of the soul, the hermit, and you awoken, or you came out of that dark night of the soul. And I feel like that it was mentally for you, it was very tough. But that was because you had a person here who was using your magic and your knowledge and your wisdom, the priestess, to come against you, to fight you. Baby, somebody messed up. The star. But you heal from it. It doesn't matter. You heal from it. From the 7 of swords. Or 7 of cups. The illusions. That's mental magic. So you could have had out of nowhere, and I'm not diagnosing anybody, but you could have out of nowhere started having stuff like depression, sadness, stuff that just comes out of nowhere. This is not just simple anxiety. This is like, you could be a masculine or feminine, but if I equate it to anything, it's like that postpartum depression where there's such a chemical imbalance in you. And that could be what this person was using earth and fire against you. You got some powerful magic in this book. This person was using earth and fire, your earth and fire placements in you to cause a chemical imbalance that would have made you feel like, whether you're masculine or feminine, an onset of depression out of nowhere. This would be the deepest depression, almost mimicking postpartum depression. And again, you don't have to be a feminine. You know how postpartum depression works? It comes out of nowhere. It's really bad. It is really bad as a person who has experienced it twice. One time it wasn't that bad. Other times all of a sudden I'll be breastfeeding my baby, bro. And all of a sudden I would just get like, somebody has been making the chemical imbalances in your body to mimic this, to fight against each other, to use mental manipulation on you. But also, all of this is your magic. Yep, so they can gain something. I told you it was something physical. Everything is superficial, surface level, worldly, tangible, physical things and items, materials. Because this person knows that at the time of transition, see, somebody thinks that all these things will help them live longer. The more money they have, the more that they can pay for spell work, the more that they can buy, the more that they can have surgeries to make them look younger, stay young forever type of energy, because this person wants to never die. See, their hopes is that they can acquire so much physical wealth and abundance that they can finally find, like Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn did, and death becomes her. They can finally find the eternal elixir, the youth, the fountain of youth potion that allows them to live forever. That's their hopes. That's this person's hopes. But this person, it's kind of like, bitch, you would possibly even have your own path, destiny, and be immortal yourself if you never would have did this to collective. So what the fuck is you talking about? Like, stop the cap. Gain came out sideways, came out crossing. I'm putting it in the reverse. They didn't gain shit. Okay, art, happiness. This person could be an art collector here. You could like art, okay? That could be something that was passed down to you from your passed over loved one. Your passed over loved one can have water placements as well. They're disappointed in this Princess of Wands. This person can have water, fire, and air, particularly Aquarius. She damn sure could be an Aquarius with the star and the Queen of Swords. She damn sure could be an Aquarius, or yeah, that's who it is. Strife. She can have a lot of like water and Aquarian placements, but it's quite weird if you ask me. And I think that I call bullshit on Aquarius, because Aquarius, shouldn't it be aquatic? Shouldn't it be water? Shouldn't it be aqua? Why would Aquarius be air? Even its sign is water. We've been bamboozled and hoodwinked, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Because every time I hear Aquarius, even though it stands for the star energy, healing, star energy. We know that there's the waters above the firmament, the waters above the heavens, or the waters of the heaven, the waters above the firmament, the waters on the earth, the waters inside of our body. All of it is dominant, right? And there will be a conduit, one that is a carrier of information and electricity and vibrations and currents, as well as information to do what? Heal. So I'm not getting why Aquarius would be considered an air sign. It's quite weird for me. You know, I feel like I've been hoodwinked, but hey, works and the Hierophant. Because see, you work for God. Whatever your duty is to use this magic is for this new world. You work for the Most High, for the divine, for Mother Divine, for those of you. Okay? Oh, God bringing a hammer down on this motherfucker. Like quick, fast justice, like tearing that ass up. Somebody got so many fucking problems, bro. They don't know if they coming or going at this time. Somebody can't, literally, whatever this magic is, when you awaken, now I see what it is. Remember I said it's a living being. For you, it would be light, it would be healing, it would be embracement, it would be embodiment, it would be knowledge, it would be alchemy. In this person's hands, it's dark, it's occultic, it's inverted, right? With that being said, the moment you awaken and you're starting to come into yourself or claim at least who you are, whether you know about this book, this knowledge, whatever this is, or not. The moment that you awaken, this thing activated and synced with your energy. Therefore, it became like a curse to this person, and it could have unleashed an entity or a demon itself onto this person, recognizing them as an intruder, as an invader, and a person that's trying to unalive you with your own shit. And whatever this entity is that came out of this book, a grimoire, oh, it's fucking this person up, fucking them up on your behalf. It's almost like a spiritual security system, but with entities. It could be an angel, or it could be a total fucking wicked demon. I mean, tearing this person's ass to shreds. And one of the ways it's doing it by this person's psyche here. A repressed memory or trauma or something that it done brung up to the surface, and that is tearing this person up. Like, I feel quite sorry for this person. They are Princess of Wands, and they are in a tower. The bitch keep coming out. Because this is why I say we don't pay attention to the zodiac signs or the elemental placements here, because we all can embody these in our charts in one way or another. With that being said, this person is coming out as water, dominant water, right? They can have Aquarian placements, which I feel like it's water, but it's air. They came out as the Queen of Swords. They are also coming out as the Princess of Wands here. They can have earth, but earth is not prominent. It's these three things, because those are the three elements that this person has used the most, or these are the three elements that this person has burnt out or overused. So now they may only have earth magic left within them. They've been bargaining off pieces of themselves as chips, like bargaining chips. They've been like pawning their shit. Hella crazy to me. I'm telling you, Prince of Wands. Somebody fire, masculine and feminine. Because I'm going to tell you about how multifaceted we are. I'm not just masculine, feminine. I'm masculine, feminine, light. I'm masculine, feminine, dark. I'm masculine, feminine, high vibrational. I'm masculine, feminine, low vibrational. I'm masculine and feminine in the fire of myself. I'm masculine and feminine in the water. Does that make sense? Somebody's masculine and feminine here, they didn't gain anything. This may be the last element that somebody has, and they just finally blew their last bargaining chip out to shreds, if that makes sense. Cruelty, oppression, Nine of Swords. I told you. It's fucking them up mentally. See, these fire signs, masculine and feminine fire, this could be talking about this person's psyche. Okay? This could be considered passion or sexual energy. It could be a repressed memory in the psyche here that was put away for this person to heal. Okay? When they suffer some type of actual trauma here of their passions, a trauma of passion. It's coming back with a vengeance. Because it's dominating the masculine and feminine sides of this person's fire nature or element. And I feel like that could be all they have left. Earth could be all they have left. And it's cruel with the Nine of Swords. It has to do with their mind. Ace of Pentacles. Mind tangibles. I'm telling you. Somebody sold off as a bargaining chip pieces of their psyche. Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. You said the ninth gate of no return, like fuck. Works. Three of Pentacles, what's that? What's the works? Did you want to come out or not? The Star. Because somebody thought that their Aquarius placement, they would be able to forever use it to make this work. So somebody was healing. Somebody is very much so. When we're talking about astrology placements, celestial bodies, alignments, as it pertains to the body, the mind, as it pertains to the clock, the calendars, the days, the cycles and stuff. Somebody is very well versed. Somebody is very well learned. Yep. Somebody is very well learned. And I told you Aquarius here. I don't quite get that, but we're going to talk about it. So, at a later date. Last minute messages, please and thank you. Tarot confirming. Yep. Because this person, it was all about money. It was all about superficial and shallow, tangible, earthly things. Princess of Discs. And then this person spends money reckless as well. Victory and happiness. That could be your energy here. They wanted this is why they wanted your life, your magic. For money. Everything was a earthly thing. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles. See, this person got to enjoy some of your abundance and stuff, but they got to enjoy the princess of it. Where you the whole queen of it. You get to enjoy the full extent of it. But that's because this magic was meant for you to manifest. You're supposed to sit pretty if you helping to bring forth or birth a new world here. With your knowledge, your energy, your magic, your ability to transmute the alchemist Virgo energy. See, you coming out with a dominant earth placement, which could be Virgo, Queen of Pentacles. And then we do have the Earth Keeper here, okay? The number 9. Earth Keeper's number is 18, which is 9, which is Virgo, okay? And then you have a dominant fire sign or element as well. You can have like a setting with that High Priestess, Pisces, Cancerian, but it could be heavy like Pisces though. It don't have to be, but as a moon or something, or as a Chiron as well. Your Chiron could be water bearing or something like that. Pleasure, okay? 6 of Cups here, pleasure. This is a different deck, y'all, so it names these as different things. So pleasure, and something has to do with your sexual energy, but you use it in a better way to manifest. This person, to manifest better services, things for the collective whole, for this new earth, okay? If there is an opening, consider it to a gate to be open on the eastern end to Jerusalem or the old city. You would help usher in or manage